The Financial Secretary has delivered the 2021-22 budget proposal today. So I'm very happy to have my fellow partners here to share their views and comments. So first of all, thank you, Raymond. The Financial Secretary has announced a series of measures. The most important thing, of course, is to strengthen the Hong Kong competitiveness and to facilitate market recovery. So what is your view about as a whole, about the proposals that are announced by the Secretary?
The budget facilitates Hong Kong economic development, such as promoting digital economy, enhancing green and sustainable finance, strengthening Greater Bay Area initiative, and expanding of Bond Connect. We believe these measures not just sharpen competitive advantages of Hong Kong, but also help us achieve a swift recovery from the epidemic. Meanwhile, they will create more high-value job opportunities for our next generation.
Thank you, Raymond. I think people's focus have been on about the sweeteners that the Financial Secretary is going to, whether to give it or not for this year. So you may have heard about the $5,000 purchasing voucher that he just announced. So what is your view?
Thanks, Sarah, for relieving the undesirable impact of the epidemic due to the huge deficit. The Financial Secretary's proposals are actually in line with our expectation. Usual sweeteners are reduced a bit as compared to last year, but new measures such as expanding coupons to qualified citizens is introduced. It somehow echoes the development of the digital economy and can stimulate the local consumption market.
So Leo, here comes the Greater Bay Area initiative. This is very important, of course, for Hong Kong, because Hong Kong should be playing a very important part in this initiative. So what do you think about the Financial Secretary proposals in GBA this year?
那本港公司呢，应该充分地发挥香港的特长，充分地利用大湾区在市场、人才、技术、资金方面的优势，那积极地开拓大湾区以及中国内地的市场和发展合作伙伴。那当然，我们本港的企业也要巩固发展已有的传统经贸关系的经济体的商贸合作，同时呢，也要去积极地把握“一带一路”新兴市场的潜在机会，开创新的金融服务和科技创新的商业模式。
So you mentioned a lot about the innovation and technology, which is one of the key areas that Greater Bay Area is going to focus on. So for INT, so what would be your expectation?
其中我们特别关注的是香港的落马洲、河套、港深创新及科技园下一步的规划。那在大湾区的规划中，也多次的有提到广州、深圳、香港、澳门的科技创新走廊的重要性。科技创新在大湾区的重要地位，是不容忽视的，是一个非常强大的核心驱动力。那我们注意到香港下一步将进一步的建立大湾区内具有世界级别的一个科技创新园区，所以说我们也非常拭目以待香港政府下一步的举措。
About financial services, there are measures which also they're focusing on different sectors within that industry, like insurance, securities market. So amongst all these measures, what do you think about the effectiveness, or what would be the potential impact to the capital or the financial services market of Hong Kong?
So maybe if we take it industry by industry. So if we start with asset management, of course we have the carried interest taxation, 0% for private equity funds. But then we have the discussion about the redomiciliation of funds. So again, that was in the public sphere, but I think less people are aware of that. That's going to be extremely important for supporting the onshoring efforts of funds which are currently, for example, based in Cayman. So that's something which is a global trend, and this is going to be a really important legal mechanism for Hong Kong. If we look towards the insurance sector, for example, as our next port of call, we have marine insurance and specialty insurance. If we turn to the securities sector next, we see bond trading. So it's going to be great to have southbound trading on the Bond Connect.
The Financial Secretary announced a very exciting news today. It's about stamp duty. So for stock transfer, he is proposing to increase the duty by 30%. So I believe that the stock market already has some response. So what is your view?
And it was actually reported in the news just recently that in the first couple of months of 2021, the volume on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange actually exceeded that on the London Stock Exchange by 4 times. So it's probably not a great surprise that the government took a look at that information and thought, actually, this is a great way to raise revenue. In the short term, I suspect we won't see too much impact, and I suspect the government will monitor this closely to make a decision about its longevity.
Thank you for joining us today. For more details, please visit our Deloitte's webpage on the budget.